Welcome to my channel The World Coin today. Videos is one you won't to miss. We're diving into the world of coins. Top 5-cent coin. So let's get it. The 1973 Jefferson Nickel is a 5-cent coin issued by the United States Mint, continuing the long-standing design series that began in 1938 featuring Thomas Jefferson, the third President of the United States and principal author of the Declaration of Independence. The 5-cent coin in American currency plays a subtle yet vital role in both commerce and culture, and the 1973 issue fits squarely into this tradition. Though not a rare year for nickels, 1973 holds unique importance in its own right when examined through the lens of historical context, design consistency, and economic function. Historical background: Jefferson and the nickel. To understand the 1973 Jefferson nickel, one must appreciate the context of the series. The Jefferson nickel replaced the Buffalo nickel in 1938, which had been in circulation since 1913. The decision to redesign the 5-cent coin stemmed from dissatisfaction with the Buffalo nickel's die life and clarity. The U.S. Mint held a design competition in 1938, ultimately selecting the submission by German-American sculptor Felix Schlag. Thomas Jefferson was chosen as the obverse subject not only for his presidential status, but for his intellectual legacy and his architectural achievement, Monticello, his Virginia estate, which was also featured on the coin's reverse. Design details: obverse, front. The obverse of the 1973 nickel features a left-facing bust of Thomas Jefferson, based on a Rembrandt Peale painting. Designed by Felix Schlag, Jefferson's image is stoic and noble, consistent with neoclassical traditions. Surrounding Jefferson's profile are the inscriptions, "In God We Trust," on the left, "Liberty," followed by the date, 1973, on the right. A small mint mark, if any, is located to the right of the date. In 1973, the coins were minted at 3 mints: Philadelphia, no mint mark; Denver, D; and San Francisco, S. Reverse, back. The reverse depicts Monticello, Jefferson's famed neoclassical home. Schlag originally submitted a stylized version of Monticello, but it was rejected by the Mint, which required a more accurate depiction. The final reverse design presents Monticello with fine architectural detailing and inscriptions: E pluribus unum across the top, Monticello below the image, 5 cents underneath the building, United States of America, at the bottom. This reverse remained largely unchanged until a major redesign in 2004-2006. Mintages and variants in 1973. The 1973 Jefferson nickel was struck at 3 mints: Philadelphia, 384,396,000 coins; Denver, D, 384,396,000 coins; San Francisco, S, 2,760,139 coins. Proof only. The Philadelphia and Denver issues were for general circulation, while the San Francisco Mint produced high-quality proof coins intended for collectors. These proof coins were part of official U.S. Mint proof sets and exhibit mirror-like fields with frosted devices. Composition and specifications. Since 1866, the U.S. nickel has had a distinct composition separate from other coins like the penny or dime. The 1973 nickel retained this traditional copper-nickel alloy, composed of 75% copper, 25% nickel. The coin has the following specifications: diameter, 21.21 millimeters; weight, 5.0 grams; edge, plain, no reading; shape, round. This composition offers durability and resistance to wear, contributing to the longevity of circulating examples. Economic context: the early 1970s. The early 1970s in the United States were marked by significant economic and geopolitical changes. Inflation, the energy crisis, and shifting global currency standards had wide-reaching effects on all aspects of American life. Coinage was not exempt. In 1971, the U.S. had fully abandoned the gold standard, leading to fluctuations in the value of money. Although this did not immediately affect base metal coinage like the nickel, it did influence broader fiscal policy and the perception of metallic value. The U.S. Mint closely monitored the cost of coin production. The 5-cent coin, with its relatively high copper and nickel content, cost more to produce per unit than the penny, but still remained viable. By 1973, There was public and governmental interest in potentially revising coin compositions, though such changes wouldn't occur until decades later. Collectability and value. The 1973 Jefferson nickel is not considered rare in circulated condition. Due to high mintage numbers, it remains one of the more common issues in the series. However, certain varieties and conditions are of interest to collectors. Proof coins from San Francisco command higher value, especially in PR69 DCAM, deep cameo condition. High-grade business strikes, MS66 or better, are relatively scarce and valued higher than average. Errors such as double dies, off-center strikes, or clipped planchets can add numismatic value. As of 2025, a circulated 1973 nickel is typically worth its face value, though pristine, uncirculated coins and errors can sell for a few dollars or more depending on the condition and demand. Preservation and storage nickels from the 1970s, including the 1973 issue, are robust but still susceptible to environmental factors. Common issues include toning, color change due to oxidation, contact marks from circulation, loss of luster in lower grades. Collectors often store these coins in airtight holders, Tukes 2 cardboard flips, or album pages to prevent damage. Proof coins should remain in their original mint packaging when possible. The legacy of the 1973 nickel. While it may seem mundane at a glance, the 1973 Jefferson nickel embodies several themes that define American numismatics: continuity, practicality, and reverence for founding ideals. The coin's artwork honors a central figure of American history while serving an essential utilitarian role. It circulated through a period of economic change and social evolution in the U.S. The design would remain essentially unchanged until the early 2000s, when the Westward Journey nickel series temporarily altered both the obverse and reverse in commemoration of the Lewis and Clark expedition. The Jefferson nickel was later redesigned in 2006 to include a forward-facing Jefferson on the obverse and a more modern depiction of Monticello on the reverse. Conclusion: the 1973 Jefferson nickel is a quintessential piece of American currency. With over 750 million produced for circulation, it exemplifies the mint's capacity for mass production and the enduring symbolism of national figures like Jefferson. Though common in pocket change, the coin becomes far more intriguing when studied through the prisms of history, design, economics, and numismatics. From its Felix Schlag design to its place in a changing economy, the 1973 nickel invites appreciation as more than just spare change. It's a piece of American legacy in miniature, enduring in metal and meaning for over half a century. So this video, like and subscribe,